Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Would mean the world to me if you liked and subscribed and commented. Honestly, this video took me about 12 hours and 2 days to make, and I had to kind of relearn a few things along the way. So if you're able to like, subscribe, comment below, I would really appreciate it. Hey guys, Franklin here. Welcome to my channel. I'm gonna review side hustles so you don't have to. Tell you the good, tell you the bad, and if you want to do them yourself, any tips and tricks that I wish I knew when I was starting. Today, I'm gonna review Amazon FBA. I learned about this a couple months back, gave it a try for a few months, and I'm gonna share with you the results. Basically, eBay, you buy low or get something low, you sell it higher, you ship it to the customer. This is pretty similar, except you ship a bunch of items all at once to Amazon. And then once people buy it off Amazon, Amazon takes care of the rest. So as far as materials go, you need a box. This will be used to send the books to Amazon distribution center. You also need an address label. You're gonna eventually print out a label. I'll show you how to do this later. But you print out a label. There's a bunch of barcodes and stuff on the back, and you affix it usually over the book barcode. It helps to have a printer and some basic computer paper. Now, as far as recommended stuff go, to make your scanning easier and way faster, I'd recommend getting a Bluetooth scanner. Instead of scanning via your phone, you pair the scanner with your phone, and then the scanner, once it finds that barcode, sends the barcode to your phone, your app, and tells you if it's a buy or a pass. Alright, this is the first estate sale that I'm going to. I'm picking up 72 books for $11. It's going to be about $13.16 after tax. Got my boxes here. Let's go see what we got. So, these are my results from selling on Amazon. I tried it for about 3 months. I scanned to 12,000 books all in all, and I basically tracked week by week. So scanned, books sourced 128 in total. My total cost of goods was $272 worth of books. I did not count for my time or transportation costs, but of those, total resale value is about $1,000. Sell your book backs, that was extra. And net profit is about $825 after cost is accounted for. It was about 42 hours total, so maybe 10 hours up here, 5 hours down there, and then hourly rates. So yeah, those are kind of my results. It takes a while to actually see the fruits of your labor because you're spending your money up front so much, and the first paycheck I got was around early February, so definitely need some money up front to cover the costs, but it definitely starts to snowball. The first book sale that I ever got was this book, What If, and it was at 4 in the morning. So while I was sleeping, this book was sold and shipped to Hong Kong. And then the next day, another book sold, so I made $45 in gross sales, not profit, but pretty cool stuff. Can work while you sleep, and I haven't touched it since March, other than today to make this video, and sales have been slowly trickling in. $10 here, $5 here. Nothing substantial, but also I didn't have to do a single thing. This is a typical haul, so about 30 or so books I would grab from different thrift stores or dollar stores or estate sales. If you have a cat, he loves it, or they love it. This is where I typically went. I would go in the Denver area and I would hit a couple of thrift stores, maybe 2 or 3 at a time. I'd go Friday nights because it was slow, and then Saturdays they have the 50% off sale on the stickers. So a good little trick is to go Friday night, stash your books where no one will hopefully find them, and then go the next Saturday morning. Certain color-coded stickers are a certain percent off, and I would just get those at a discount. This was an estate sale, my first estate sale that I went to.
I got all of these books for about $11 or $13 and definitely made my money back between eBay and Amazon. Another thing to be careful of is don't go for free books online. Somebody was making a post, free books of textbooks, and I grabbed all of them here, filled up my entire spare bedroom. They were all duds, so I had to get rid of them. I basically donated them back to a local company that shreds them up and recycles them. But this is a lot of boxes to move and drive and pack and unpack for practically no profit. This is your thrift store, typically more of a mom and pop style thrift store, not your ARCs or Goodwills. The stuff here is stocked a little bit slower. They don't get as much inventory, but you can find much better gems, and there's usually less people here. So I liked going here for the lower prices, a little slower, and then go to ARC and Goodwill for a bit more consistent stuff, but a little bit more higher prices. It's a typical haul. I got a bunch of these books for free, sifted through them, and about 5% were good. The rest were donated or recycled. And again, so that's pretty much it. ARC Thrift is kind of my mainstay. And so this next part is important on how to actually pick a good book. What you're going to do is go to a thrift store, have your Amazon seller app, and you're going to put it on the camera icon. It will actually be able to scan the book cover or the barcode. I'd recommend the barcode. What I really recommend is to use scoutIQ, which is specifically built for books, and it is 10 times faster. So you're going to go to these bookshelves here. I like to start in the nonfiction section and then just scan every single one of these books, go up and down the aisle. Typically, if people have been there before, they have not scan a book, it will look like this. You're going to go to the used, and then you're going to go to the FBA offers. So this low price is from a merchant fulfilled. You want to compare it to the FBA and always go used. As you see, this is 20,000 rank, which is great. This will sell pretty quickly, and it's in the nonfiction section as well. So shoot for under $1 million. If it's under $1 million, great, proceed. And then usually if it's at least $15 is my floor for an FBA offer, you're good to go. You'll see this next screen here. You'll hit Amazon fulfilled, and then this will calculate how much profit you're expected here. So I'm going to try and shoot for 15 bucks. There are obviously fees with fulfilled by Amazon, shipping, and then shipping into Amazon. The scoutIQ app actually calculates this out. So I just look to see if it's green, and then the cost of purchase, cost of buying the book. Sometimes it's lower. If you can get a 50% off sticker, that's even better. But the higher the number, sometimes it's just not worth it. So when this book eventually sells, you're going to be expected about $4.45 profit. And if you have, a box of 30 of these per month. And then all right, so you guys should have your account open by now. It usually takes a couple of days, sometimes quicker, sometimes slower, but this is what kind of the main screen looks like. First thing we need to do is list product. I will go hit the hamburger menu on the top left, go to catalog, and then add products. So this is where we add all of our books in. I've got about 30 or so books I'm going to add to this order that I'm going to send in to Amazon. It's typically around 30 bucks, around 50 pounds, and you can only send a 50-pound box. That's the max. So we're going to find the ISBN next. And you can find this underneath the barcode on the back of the book or on the inside of the cover, typically like right before the contents start. And it's usually starting with a 978 number. So we'll punch that in on this book. So it's 978. This is a really good book. Sales rank is 10,000. I try and shoot for stuff under $1 million, and 10,000 is going to sell pretty quickly. Go ahead and select used. If you buy it from a thrift store, you have to do used. It's not new. even if it looks like new, you have to do used like new. And then condition is good or very good. I usually do a step down because if you hit very good, and it's easier for someone to be upset and leave a bad review. So the pricing, this is kind of where it's more of an art. You don't want to match the lowest price here because this doesn't take into account if it's a Prime product or not, if it's shipped by Prime. This is just all the books, and that's likely a merchant fulfilled book. So what I usually do is a few listings on Amazon. I've got 33 new, 43 used, and then that $869 is plus $398 shipping, you'll see here. So what I'll go do is go to the product page, and then this gives me a nice overview of what all the other sellers, what my competition is doing. So hardcover, make sure that's selected. It's not new. We're going to go with used. So I'll click this, and a little sidebar will open up here. Suspenseful music plays. Awesome. And then I want to go to this filter. So this is merchant fulfilled, which means some guy or merchant has it in their at their warehouse or closet or wherever, and it's shipped out by themselves. Prime is what we're doing. When we fulfill by Amazon, we automatically get that Prime benefit, and people, as you can see, are willing to pay for that extra convenience. So we've got 16, 45, 46, 50. I usually go somewhere in the middle, but not the lowest, but maybe a next one up. I'll do 46, we'll say. And it's 10,000, so it'll sell quickly no matter what. Likely this will sell first, and then it'll move up to the next one here. So we'll do 1646 as our sales price. And then, as I was saying before, merchant fulfilled, they ship themselves. Amazon fulfilled, we just send a big box of 50 books or so into Amazon, and then they take care of the rest. Super convenient. Costs a little bit more, but it's totally worth that convenience, so you can focus on getting more books and scaling up instead of fulfilling orders. So this, we'll just go ahead and pass through there. For this, we want to make sure there's no batteries. No. Is there any hazardous goods? No, it's a book. So I'll go ahead and submit, save, and continue. All right, I'm gonna do a couple more so you guys get the gist of it. But it's pretty much the same thing from here on out. It's fairly monotonous, but you basically put in the code. This one is in good condition, and then we'll go ahead and view more listings to do some reconnaissance on what we should price it at. It's definitely going to be at least 16 bucks, so that's pretty promising. Promising look, and max it was probably going to be is 27 because that's the new price. Let's go to used, and then filter by Prime. Used like new, that is, these prices are pretty crazy actually. They're higher than new. I probably wouldn't put something higher than new, so I'm just gonna go right for maybe a couple cents lower than that new price. So we'll go with 27 bucks. Call it good. To pay. Okay, so then we're on our final stop here, choosing the prep, no prep needed. I do the labeling, all right, and then it is in here. Awesome. And then we basically keep doing that until we're all through our books. So. All right, so we have added all of our books to our inventory. So now what we need to do is send them to Amazon FBA, our FBA inventory. So we're going to go to Inventory, Manage FBA Inventory. So we're doing Fulfilled by Amazon. And then you'll see this entire inventory here, everything. Let's go and sort by date created because it'll be the most recent. So let's go ahead. It's already selected. So what we need to do is just select what we want to send in, and it'll just be all of the books we scanned in and priced out. So we have 25 books, and we'll go to change to Fulfilled by Amazon. So we'll go ahead and select that, and then yes, I want to continue. So it's going to change all of these to be Fulfilled by Amazon. Okay, so we've got all of our 25 books ready to pack, and a few of them I just had to reassign IQ labels. This is what you want. So we'll do is it'll generate a PDF standard format. You can also get a thermal printer. I don't have that. I just use the standard address label, the 30 up and up, and go ahead and print all, and it'll generate a PDF. And all right, so we've got we're at step 1B. Now we've got all the SKUs loaded in, ready to send to Amazon, and this is where we actually ship our box and print out the shipping label that we affix on top of the box. Everything is going to fit into one box, so you're going to be able to fit all these 25 books in there, no problem. That's why I kind of like to leave it around the 25 to 30 SKUs mark. That's kind of what the weight limit is. So you want to select everything in the one box, confirm, and then this box is 10 by 15 by 15, and it weighs 35 pounds. Just use a simple scale for that. I've got a link in the description. Verify everything. Date, I'm going to be sending this out today, so let's go ahead and select that. And then less than truckload or smart, pretty sweet discount with that. So we got to go ahead and accept charges and confirm shipping, and then this will generate a shipping label, and you'll print that out and affix that to the box. There's instructions on how to do that. The main thing is you don't want it to be over where they open the box, over one of the seams, so just be sure to do that. You could do a thermal printer if you have one, but I just use the standard printer paper and tape it on. So this will go ahead and generate a PDF. So the printer broke, but there's an Office Depot nearby. Able to print the label, shipping, packing label, information, and the actual labels that go on the books. Next up, we'll start the shipping. We are going to label these books. Printed out these labels with the address form here. Just simple address labels. I'll put these in the description. You put these in your printer and just print them out and then peel them. This little SKU, it tells Amazon what the item is and that it's tied to your account. Used, good condition, and iris folding compendium. And you just find the label, match it to the book. So our second to last, I guess, step is to pack all these books away. They've all got labels
put on the barcodes there, so we are all set to go. What I typically do, they take abuse a little bit better than the soft cover ones, and then the smaller soft cover ones are on the top. But at the end of the day, these are books. They're not really that fragile, so don't overthink it. So this is good to go. We've got our UPS label, and we've got our FBA fulfilled by Amazon label. This will get us to Henderson, Nevada, and this will sort all the books or tell people where to go and what to do. One little note is if you reuse boxes, you might have some labels here from different things. You can peel them off, which is really annoying and time consuming, or you can just take a Sharpie, just black them out, just so they don't get accidentally scanned. I've never had any issue with this, but just in case, would hate to have any delays. All right, so, if you made it through the entire video, congratulations. That was a long one. There's a lot to it, and it's quite the learning curve, so I'm glad that you stuck through it. Now, as an Amazon bookseller, FBA reseller, as a side hustle, how is that? I think it's pretty good. It's better than most. There is a lot of upfront work. It is a resale business at the end of the day, so all you're doing is buying lower, selling higher. And the good thing is that there is an opportunity to scale. Like, you don't have to be the one sourcing. You could hire that out and just work on listing, or you could do vice versa, have somebody list and actually scale it up like a business. It does require some capital to start up, and it is pretty time intensive. There's a lot of times I was in the thrift store and I scanned the entire bookshelf only to get absolutely nothing. It is really fun when you spend $30 and on your scoutIQ app, you're gonna be making about $90, $95, maybe $100 on that order. Now, they don't all get bought all at once, but eventually somebody will buy it. And over the long term, that's what it will sell for, minus your cost of the book. So yeah, I would give this scalability is there. You can treat this as a business. It does require some upfront costs, and of course there is competition. Amazon is a third party, so their rules can change at any time, and there's not much you can do about it. So there is a bit of risk there. But all in all, solid side hustle. You can work as much or as little as you want, and you don't have to clock in or talk to guests or customers, anything like that.